brilliant. That is a brilliant weapon. That's one of my favorite things to fight with. Because it's not a weapon by design. Yeah? Is that running?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah. So, have a look now. I'm just gonna sit down, yeah? I'm still in shot.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
yeah. So, look, for example, yeah? When it comes to weapons, which I said, you know, in Adrenalin Combatives, we got the Trinity. The first Trinity is striking background, solid striking background, which is what we had to look at earlier on. A lot of striking, you know, we didn't focus on everything, we merely scratched the surface, yeah, but we had a look at striking, how to strike, how to generate concussive knockout power. Yeah, how to shake the brain, how to switch the computer off, best way to deal with someone. This is the first point of the triangle in Adrenalin Combatives, is solid striking background. You'll get that from boxing, you'll get that from Thai boxing, you'll get that from Silat, Wing Chun, you'll get that from Kyokushinkai Karate, you'll get that from all these different arts that are striking art. Yeah. The second thing what I spoke about is wrestling, solid wrestling background. Yeah. Learning at least to be strong on your feet, to avoid going to the ground, not getting thrown, learning how to throw, learning how it feels like to fall down with somebody on you, learning to fall properly, learning how it feels like when somebody is taking a position of dominance to put the choke or put the triangle choke on the armbar, or how all this shit feels like, so that you can go, oh no, you're not putting that on me, no, you're not putting that on me, and being able to do it as well. Being able to get from one position to another position of dominance, yeah? Being able to submit the person, submission wrestling, if you can, that's good. If you're fighting one person, it's great. If you're fighting more than one person, now you have a problem, because your head becomes a football. Yeah? If there is a weapon, if the guy produces a weapon while you're wrestling with him, all of a sudden the dynamic changes now. You don't only have to control the spine, now you have to control the weapon-bearing limb and the spine as much as possible. So it's very, very difficult, it changes the whole dynamic. But learn to grapple. Go and wrestle, go and do some BJJ, go and do some sambo, you know, there's some really good stuff out there to learn how to have a strong wrestling game. The third thing now, which we're going to go a bit more in depth into, is weapons. That's the third angle of the triangle in the Trinity in Adrenalin Combatives. Yeah? Learn to use weapons, every weapons, and learn to use them from every range and from every dimensions. Remember, there is 7 dimensions. Vertical long range, vertical close quarter, vertical extreme close quarter, vertical wrestling, vertical to horizontal, horizontal to vertical, and horizontal wrestling. These are the 7 dimensions of combat. You will always find those dimensions of combat, unless he is using a long distance projectile, like a firearm, like a slingshot, like a crossbow, like something that's going to allow you to reach the target without getting close. Then it's different. Yeah? But without that, any handheld weapon like those will have these 7 dimensions. Yeah? So you need to learn to be proficient in those 7 different dimensions. Now, to give you a little crash course on weapons and how to develop the mindset to use everything as a weapon and to go around and look at things and see where the weapons are. Yeah? There is 10 families of weapons and 3 categories of weapons. We're going to start with categories, okay? The first category of weapon is weapon by design. Yeah? A weapon by design is something that was created to be a weapon. Something that was created either to kill, to go to war with, to hurt, to hunt, to wound. Yeah? This is weapon by design. So look, for example, in here, what have we got here? This is what I see as, this is weapon by design. Okay, it's a machete. It's not been created necessarily to fight, it's been created to cut branches, generally, in the Amazon. Yeah? You get the Tramontina, I don't know if that's a Tramontina, but you know, the Tramontina ones were designed to cut branches in the jungle to create a path. Yeah? But it could very well be used as a weapon, and it very much looked like a weapon by design. Yeah? Now, what else have we got? If it was a sword, that's a glaive from an old Roman time of gladiators. That's the sort of sword that they were using. Yeah? This is clearly a weapon by design. It was designed for war. It wasn't designed for anything else than war. It was designed for war. This one was designed for training because it's a polypropylene training weapon. But this object, if it was real, was created solely for war. It's a weapon by design. Yeah. A knife, that's a training knife, but it's a weapon by design. Okay. That is what the coppers used to use a very long time ago. Yeah. It's a weapon by design. It's designed to hit people or to block, but you know, it's a weapon by design. So this is the first category of weapon. Yeah. The second category of weapon is what we call improvised weapons. Now these are things that are not weapon by design, but by changing or modifying it in some ways, you can improvise a weapon. So in here, I don't really see any improvised weapon. There's no improvised weapon here. But I will give you some example. An improvised weapon could be, you need to fight for your life right now because your friend is getting attacked with a weapon, yeah? And the only thing you have is a window, and you just decide to fucking break that window, grab the biggest, sharpest piece of glass, take your t-shirt and wrap your t-shirt around that piece of glass, and all of a sudden you got something that you can use to fight with, yeah? A blade, momentarily. That might break quite easy, but you can still put that in somebody's throat before it breaks, yeah? So this would be an improvised weapon. It could be that you find half a brick on the floor. It's summer, you find half a brick on the floor, you quickly take your t-shirt out, take the brick inside the t-shirt, and all of a sudden you have a kosh, something you can smash somebody's skull with, yeah? You have improvised a weapon, yeah? You could take a magazine and roll a magazine really tight and fight with this. You have improvised a weapon, yeah? You could put a decent sized padlock inside the beanie hat. Same thing, you have a kosh. Yeah? So think like this, how you can improvise a weapon out of anything rapidly. Military type of thinking, improvised weapons. Yeah? This is the second category of weapon. The third category of weapon is weapon of opportunity. What does that mean? It means that stuff that's not a weapon, but that you can pick up and it's got all the attributes of a weapon and you can use it as a weapon if you have to. I will give you some examples because there's quite a few things here. This is not an improvised weapon. This is not a weapon by design, but it's a weapon of opportunity. It's got all the attributes to hurt somebody really badly. You can break bones, you can make holes in somebody's skull with this. This is deadly. You can kill someone with this, but it's not a weapon by design, and it's not an improvised weapon. It's a weapon of opportunity. This can quickly become dangerous. It's pointy, you can really do a lot of damage with this. This is not a weapon by design, it's a tool. Yeah? It's a pair of pliers that was used to cut wire, to bend pieces of steel. It's not a weapon by design and it's not an improvised weapon, but it's a weapon of opportunity. It can be lying here on the building site, and if somebody is pulling a blade and the only thing you have is this and you grab it and you fight with it, it becomes a weapon of opportunity. What else have we got here? This is designed to, it's not designed to do this, probably designed to, for cardio, yeah? It's not designed to fight, but I promise you can do a lot of damage with this. You can break somebody's head, break somebody's skull with it, you can kill somebody with this. Yeah? It's not a weapon by design. It's not an improvised weapon. It's a weapon of opportunity. Yeah? That's not a weapon by design. It's a tool. It's designed to open cardboard. It's designed to cut the drywall. It's designed to work. It's a working tool. But very quickly you can turn this into a weapon because you got all the attributes of a weapon. It's very, very fucking sharp. It's a slashing tool. It's not a stabbing tool because you can maybe stab with soft tissue, but you will very easily break the blade. But you can slash. Yeah? This is not a weapon by design. It's not an improvised weapon. It's a weapon of opportunity. That's a little spike. Once again, if that's all you have, you put that in his eye. That's still gonna do the job. Yeah. What is it? It's a screw. It's not a weapon by design. It's not a weapon of improvised. It's a weapon of opportunity. Same thing with this here. Yeah. Very good example. If you have a good umbrella, I have a good one in the trunk of my car at home. It's titanium. Yeah, so it's very, very soft. This one will break quite easily. But you know, if you have a good one, you spend a bit of money on it. You can have some really, really good ones that you can use to deflect kicks and stuff. You can use to strike this. You can even use this to hook the leg. You can do a lot of stuff with this if you know how to use it. Yeah, that is a weapon of opportunity. It's not a weapon by design, and it's not an improvised weapon. If there was like a sword in it, that would be a weapon by design, a disguised weapon, yeah? Or you could call it an improvised weapon because it's not meant to be a weapon, it's meant to be a disguised weapon, a hidden weapon. So you could call it a modified weapon, an improvised weapon, if there was a sword in there, yeah? This, yeah? What can you do with this? I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking. If you have the time to configure it the way that you want, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. You could maybe do something with it. I'm not saying it's the best form of weapon, but you could do something with it. Yeah, you could maybe misdirect his attention on the high line to fucking go with the low line kick or something. You could do something with it. Yeah. Same thing here. Okay, I could show you a lot of different things. Okay, but I'm just putting that back. This. Yeah. What could you do with this? No. You could really maybe choke somebody. It's not the best thing. I'd double it. Personally, I would double it, and you know what I mean. You could do something with it. Yeah. What's this? What the fuck can you do with this? Well, if that's the only thing you have, and you can maybe learn to block with it. Imagine that was a brick. Imagine that was a big piece of brick, and the guy's got a knife. That's the only thing you do. You try and block and try and strike from him, and then you fucking throw it in his face. Yeah. So could be. Now, of course, that, if it was real, would be what? A weapon by design. It was designed for war, yeah? So, you get a little bit where I'm going at now. Those are Kali sticks, bamboo sticks, that were designed for training, for combat, yeah? So they're a weapon by design, the training weapon by design, yeah? So now that you know about the 3 categories of weapon, let's speak about the 10 families of weapons. By telling you about the 10 families of weapon, I'm going to give you a way of thinking that after today, everywhere you're going to go, you're going to see the weapons. You're going to go, ah, that belongs to that family. Ah, that belongs to that family. Oh, that belongs to that family. Okay? The first one is an impact weapon. An impact weapon is a weapon that you can impact with, that you can create concussive damage with. This side of the hammer is an impact weapon. That is fucking concussive. That will make a hole in somebody's skull. That side is more, I would call it more of a point and edge. So you see some tools have got both attributes, impact attributes and point and edge attributes. Yeah? So you got impact weapon. That's an impact weapon. That's an impact weapon. That's potentially also, if it was good. That'd be an impact weapon. You can strike. You can do a lot of stuff with it. That's impact weapon. What else have you got? You got flexible weapons now. Flexible weapon. Belt, cable, clothing, jacket, hoodies, collar to choke the guy. You know how many ways there is to choke somebody in BJJ with their own gi? That's a flexible weapon. See that as a flexible weapon. Use the guy's clothing against him. I can show you hundreds of applications with this where you use the clothing to hurt the guy, or to kill him, or to choke him, or to control him. Yeah? So this is flexible weapon. Then you have a mixture between impact and flexible, which is what I call flexible impact weapon. A chain, a heavy chain, a belt with a heavy metal buckle on it. Yeah, a snooker ball inside a sock. Yeah, a decent sized padlock inside a beanie hat, half a brick inside a t-shirt. Yeah, this is a flexible impact weapon. A key chain with a big something heavy at the end. Yeah, flexible impact weapon. Now the next thing would be point and edge weapons. If that was a real blade, that'd be a point and edge weapon. It's got a cutting edge and a point. Yeah? Point and edge weapon. That's a point and edge weapon. That's more just a point weapon, but you know, you can consider it a point and edge weapon. That's a point and edge weapon. That's a point and edge weapon. Yeah? That would be a point and edge weapon if it was real. That would be a point and edge weapon if it was real. Yeah? So you get the drift, yeah? Anything that's got a blade is a point and edge weapon. Now, what else have we got? Projectiles. Projectiles, like I said, the best known projectile to man is firearms, crossbows, bows, catapults, slingshot, all that stuff. Yeah? But everything is a projectile. This is a projectile, I'll throw it at you. This is a projectile, I'll throw it at you. That brick is a projectile. Even that sword, fuck it, that sword is a projectile. Everything that you can throw is a projectile. And guess what? Everything that you can spit is a projectile. You can go drink water and go spit in his face. I've seen somebody do that. Go like, and the guy went there, and he went like this, and he smashed the bottle in the guy's face. So he used a projectile and then an impact weapon, do you know what I mean? So he had this understanding that spitting some fluid is a projectile. It's a form of projectile. You can spit in the guy's face to get that reaction to go and hit him with something else. So everything is a projectile. In priority, you want projectiles that are heavy so that when you throw it and it lands, it's gonna hurt. It's going to create damage. Yeah? Learn to throw stuff accurately. It's a good idea to learn to throw stones. Put cans of Coca-Cola in there and take stones and train yourself to throw stones efficiently. You know how good of a knowledge that is, how good skill set that is. If you can be precise with rocks, you can throw a rock and get the guy in the head or get the guy in the shoulder or in the kneecap. That's a very good skill set to have. Same thing with blades. Learn to throw blades. Yeah. I like to throw blades without turn. Yeah. Just a simple. Yeah. So no turn throwing blades, for example. Really good way to throw a blade. Yeah. Don't throw a blade if the blade is the only thing you have. Throw the blade if you have a secondary blade that you can access. Otherwise, you throw your blade, whereas your blade is gone. Yeah. So, but it's still a projectile. Okay. It's a point and edge weapon that you can turn into a projectile. So, positive impact weapon, flexible impact weapon, point and edge weapon, projectiles. What else have we got? Shields. Shields. Okay. This brick could be a shield. Yeah? I could protect myself with this, with that. My rucksack could be a shield. Yeah, that big thing there could be a shield. this thing here could be a shield, yeah? Thanks. Of course. You know, imagine you got something big here that you can use to shield yourself, yeah? Not only, you can, if you know how to, you can use this as a shield as well. If you know, you understand angles of attack and angles of blocking, do you know what I mean? You'll be able to use this as a shield. You can use this as a shield. Bang, 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 bang. You know, you use this. Everything can be a shield. Even a sword. Even a sword can be a shield. Even a sword can be a shield before you turn it into another edged weapon. So you get that shield, rucksack, big bag, decent sized laptop, a dish, a bar stool. You get the idea, yeah? Shield. What else have we got? We got barriers. What are barriers? Barriers is I put something between you and me. So if there is two guys and there's one in front of me and I'm talking to him, I hit him and he drops to the ground and now he's on the floor, knocked out. His friend now has got to step over him to get to me. So I can use him as a barrier somehow. What's the best barrier? The best barrier is get in your car, lock the door. The best barrier is go home, lock the door. This is the best barrier that you can have. Or a table. Somebody comes at you with the blade and you have a table here. When he tries to get you from there, you go around. When he tries to go here, you go around. Like in a fucking cartoon. Yes, he's going to try to climb over the table. But it is. When he climbs over the table, boom, just kick the table. Yeah? So, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Learn to use things as a barrier. Yeah? It could be anything. A barrier could be a barrier, a fence. A metal fence, you know that they use when there is manifestations and shit like that, concerts. Yeah, this is a fence. Put this between you and I. Now you have to go over that fence to get to me. Or you have to push it or something. Do you know what I mean? So, fences, barriers, fences, okay? So, impact, flexible impact, projectiles, point and edge weapons, shields, barriers. 7. Okay? Which one is the other one? Environmental weapons. Everything is a weapon. In priority, the floor and the walls. My father used to say, if you can't take the weapon to the target, you can always take the target to the weapon. Yeah? So you can always be there and smash his head against the wall. You can always check him down and smash his head against the floor or the tables or the in priority corners of the walls, corners of table, edges of table. You will never hurt him as bad as the table will hurt him when you smash his head against it. Yeah? So environmental weapons is everything. So everything is a weapon. The earth is a weapon. Yeah? Because if you can't take the weapon to the target, you can always take the target to the weapon. Yeah? So that is 8. What are the last 2? Chemical weapons. Acids, poisons, like chemical bombs, chemical warfare, all this shit, yeah, is chemical weapons. You know, acid attacks, very popular in the Asian community, where they're throwing acid in people's face and their face is all burnt after. So look, for example, in a prison, there is something that's called napalm. Yeah? Now, you would say to me, it could be considered as a projectile, because it's a projectile as well. I forgot, hot cup of coffee, hot cup of chocolate, hot cup of tea in the face. Projectile. Now we're talking about something that burns the skin, something that's irritant, chemical. Or, you're smart, like the people in jail. They got something called napalm. What is napalm? It's a glass or a cup of boiling water with a lot of sugar in there. Like, you know, sugar cubes? Maybe 6 or 7 or 8 sugar cubes in there, and they put boiling water and they mix it. If you throw that in somebody's face, his skin is gonna fucking melt off. because the sugar will melt in the skin and it will burn, it will completely burn his face, and that's leaving nasty scars. Yeah? So that's chemical. Yeah, that's also a projectile, but it's also what I call chemical, because the sugar and the hot water creates this texture. Yeah, everything is chemical at the end of the day. Everything has got a chemical reaction. Okay, that's number 9. Number 10 is explosive devices. Yeah, so explosive devices, I'm not going to go too much in details about it, but it's good to know how it works. You got an explosive material, could be C4, Suntex, TNT, nitroglycerin, kitchen fertilizers, whatever it is that you use. And the principle is that there is a detonator, there is a receptor if you want to arm the bomb from far away. You can use it with a cell phone, which is going to work as an emitter receiver. Yeah, you have the detonator stuck inside the material, the explosive material, and you have a fuse. Yeah? When you ring the number, the striker is going to go bam, is going to activate the fuse. The fuse is going to take a few seconds, and boom, the thing is going to blow off. Understand very basically how explosive works. I'm not telling you to become a bomb removal practitioner, a bomb removal specialist, because that shit is very dangerous, and it takes about, at least, learn to recognize what a bomb is. So if you see one day, you're like, whoa, fuck, get all the people away from it. Yeah? So, I say, if you are encountering a person-born explosive device, okay, it's a PBED, okay, person-born, that means a suicide vest, yeah? You need to get away at least 100 meter from the, and seek cover. Understand the difference between cover and concealment. Cover will provide you with cover against a bullet, a shrapnel, an explosion, a fire. Concealment will not stop a bullet. It will hide you, it will conceal you, but it will not stop a bullet. It's not like in the movie the coppers open the car door and it's not going to stop a bullet. It's not even going to stop a 9mm. Let alone if we talk like 5.56 or 7.62, it's going to go straight through the door, straight through the guy, and probably straight through the guy behind. So, what I'm trying to say is that, understand, for example, if it's a vehicle-borne explosive device, which is a VBED, okay, vehicle-borne explosive device, you have to get people at least 400 meters, almost half a kilometer away from a large vehicle. Yeah, to get them safe. So what I'm trying to say to you, learn to recognize what an explosive device looks like, whether it's a professionally military-grade explosive device or it's a handmade, improvised explosive device. And you know, if you want to learn a little bit more about it, do it. It's a good knowledge to have, but you know, be careful who you speak to about it, because you can be branded fucking terrorist in this day and age. Yeah, but it's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know how to make kitchen fertilizer. I'm not saying you'll never need that shit, but it's the same thing with the blade, learning to fight with the blade. I hope you will never have to use that shit, but it's good to know. It's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener on the battlefield. Yeah? So, you see now, 3 categories of weapon: weapon by design, improvised weapons, and weapons of opportunity. 10 families of weapons: impact weapon, flexible impact weapon, shields, point and edge weapon, barriers, yeah, projectiles, environmental weapons, explosive devices, and chemical weapons. Yeah? So once you understand this now, you're going to go around. I want you now to think about what I just told you now, and when you go around every day and you look around you, I want you to go, if I was picking that up, I could use this as an impact weapon. Oh, if I was picking this rucksack up, I could use it as a shield. Well, if I have nothing else, there's always that wall as an environmental weapon, and the corner of that table over there, and the corner of that wall. That's very unforgiving if I smash somebody against it. You know, oh, I could pick that up and throw it. It's heavy enough to hurt the guy if I throw it. So that's a projectile, could be used as a projectile. When you start thinking like that, bro, you will see weapons everywhere. There's weapons everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So, Now, just to give you a little crash course, scratching the surface on, let's say the main thing, okay, is impact. You got impactive strategies, which is basically striking, and you have point and edge weapon, where now you are opening the skin up. Whether you're stabbing or you're slashing or you're stabbing, you're opening the skin up. So that's two different approaches. Yeah. Then you have shielding, yeah, where you're blocking an attack, Yeah. And then you have throwing. Yeah. Throwing is an impactive mean. It depends what you're throwing. If you're throwing something heavy, it's concussive, it's impactive. If you're throwing a liquid that's very hot, it's just a projectile that's burning the face. Do you know what I'm saying? So, in your mind, learn how to use all these things and how you would use it. Yeah. Let's start with impact weapons. Yeah. So, if you grab, brother Martin, is there any pad that we can strike with these?
I will take ones that are already broken.
Yeah, cool.
Julien, one question.
Yeah.
Broken glass bottle would be the classic improvised.
Yeah, so broken glass will be an improvised point and edge weapon. Because you take the bottle, boom, you smash it, now you have a point and edge weapon, you can stab somebody with it, cut and rip, and you can do all that stuff. So it will be an improvised, a bottle, just a bottle, before it breaks. The bottle on its own is a weapon of opportunity. You can smash the bottle on his head. As soon as it's smashed, it becomes an improvised weapon because you have smashed it to make it more dangerous. You have modified it to make it more dangerous. It becomes an improvised weapon now. Yeah? So a broken bottle is an improvised point and edge weapon. Now, sorry. Grappling draw. Be careful with this. You don't stab my foot, it's not going to be good. So I'm just going to choose one of those, just going to preserve your pads as much as possible. I just want to show you the very, very basics. Okay? Very, very basics. You remember the angles that I've shown you, empty hand? I've shown you, so if you give me different angles, I've shown you this angle, give me an uppercut, yeah, bam, this angle, back fist, this angle, yeah, hammer fist, okay, all these angles, okay, different angles, coming from down, there, up. Same thing with this object here. Now, an impactive weapon, if it's heavy enough, is designed I mean, it depends how you want to use it, and it depends on the gravity of the situation. Yeah, but don't pick a weapon if the situation doesn't require it. Yeah, so you would pick a weapon if he's got a weapon as well. You would pick a weapon if he's pulling a blade. You would pick a weapon if there was 3 of them. You would pick a weapon to equalize the situation. If there is 3 of them, in terms of dangerosity, they're there, and you're here. As soon as you pick up a weapon, you have equalized the situation. This is the only way that you would pick up a weapon. Yeah? So think ethically, morally, legally, what you could do, okay? So that you don't end up going to jail for beating somebody to death with a weapon when he just called you a cunt or something like that. Yeah, that wouldn't be proper. But your life is in danger, you're in the middle of nowhere camping, and there is 2 crazy guys that are coming at you and your family, and they have knives. Would that be now acceptable to grab something and fight with it? Of course. Yeah. So there's various ways to strike, okay? Generally what I like to do is first maintain the distance. Yeah? The distance means we start from, remember, long range, vertical long range, where I can't get in. Yeah? And if you use an impact weapon, and this is a long impact weapon, this is not the longest impact weapon you can find, but it's considered a long impact weapon. Yeah? Short impact weapon would be this. This is a short impact weapon. This is a long impact weapon. Long impact weapon, you're going to use the last couple of inches of it to have the most, the most result with it. So let's say he's giving this sort of target, yeah, which replicates the V here, yeah. The collarbone, the V, the V of the neck, the jaw, the ear, the temple, yeah. Depending on the gravity of the situation, if you want to preserve him, probably the collarbone is a good option because you're not going to kill him. If you want to fuck him up completely, just get his temple and just fuck him up completely. So this type of angle, okay? Now you have two different types of energy with everything, with the sticker, with everything. You have broken energy and you have fluid energy. This is broken energy, yeah? This is fluid energy, yeah? So broken energy, I strike, I come back. I strike, I come back. Fluid energy, I strike and I stay. It's going through the pad. Yeah, is it okay with the pad? Yeah. So
they suffer a bit, but
okay. So here, yeah, using the last few bits, yeah, because here I'm not going to hurt him as much, and it's dangerous for me now. Now he can do all sorts of things from here. I want to maintain the distance. Strike with broken energy, yeah. You give me a different strike now, yeah, yeah. What is this? Cracking the skull, going for the nose, going for the jaw, break the jaw. And it could also be, let's say he's got a blade. Let's say he's got a blade in his hand. Yeah? Yeah. That could be that. So that angle, yeah? This angle is from 12 to 6. 12 to 6. I like, if there is a blade, I like to use broken energy. So I can come back. Yeah? So I'm here. Back, back, back. Yeah? You see how my stance is very similar to my JKD? But I have a weapon, yeah, and I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, you see how that corresponds to that? Bang here, bang here, bang here, yeah. Here. I can go. Give me another angle now. Yeah, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. Now give me a. Yeah. So same thing here. Broken energy, or broken energy. Yeah. I just want you to focus on basic angles. I'm not going to show you all these angles, yeah, because this is more martial artsy, yeah. I want to stick to basic gross motor skills, combative skills. That sort of strike, that sort of strike, that sort of strike, that sort of strike, and that sort of strike. Angle 12, think about a clock. Angle 12, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Angle 9, angle 10, angle 11, angle 12. Yeah? So this is what you want with broken energy anyway. If you want to follow through where, yeah, you got this, you got this, you got this, this is where you follow through. If you want to really put a lot of power, it's the same thing. I'm using my body weight. Yeah? I'm using, imagine, how you got 105 kilos behind this shot now. It's not only this, it's 105 kilos behind this. Imagine the damage you're going to do with this. So, this is long range, okay? Now shorter range, if I'm a bit closer here, it's going to be difficult for me to swing. And now I'm vulnerable, now he can go in, he can do stuff. This is how you use that sort of weapon from close range. So, yeah, there, yeah, throw. So if you give me that. Yeah.
There's like a trapdoor beneath.
A trapdoor, okay. Let's go to that way.
For the sound effects.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm here, there, yeah, to the throat. I'm here. I can strike. I'm going to strike that. I can strike here. I can strike this way. Strike this way. I can strike this way. I can come back up, like under the chin. Boom. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, and of course I can create space to come back to my long range. Yeah, so I'm here. I'm gonna go bang, 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 and now I can go bang, bang, bang. I can go with my long range. Yeah, so this is just a way of pushing him back, strike, strike, plexus, groin, head, yeah, to go back to your long range, yeah. It's not ideal to fight from here because he can grab your stick, yeah. So that can happen. If that happens, learn how to break the grip, okay. Grab, boom, boom, yeah, and then boom, 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 yeah. For example, so this is how you use an impact weapon, yeah. We're gonna do a bit of this now, and then we'll move to bladed weapons, okay? Perfect. Nice. So grab a stick, guys. Ideally, grab a stick that's got a bit of